First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone who are teaching this truth in sincerity. And shout out to Yakim that's out here pushing this truth as it's hurting Esau. And so, you know, we've been speaking against Esau Edom for quite a while, but, you know, just had one of my videos taken down for hate speech. And it's like, well, you know how Esau likes to play with language, right? You know, try to change the language and make things sound worse than what they are. You know, when hate, all it means is that you don't like somebody, right? So you hate them, you don't like them. You don't like somebody. Well, Edomites don't like us. We don't like Edomites. You know, it's like what Eazy-E said on his record. He says, you see, I got a problem, a real problem. Cops don't like me, so I don't like motherfucking cops, you know? And again, you know, they can construe him as a hate speech, but it's just telling you the truth, you know. So anyhow, and we know that Esau controls the rap music and all that, but, you know, and the video, you know, which the content of it will be in this, but, you know, pretty much it was because of what I titled it, because quote unquote, you know, pretty much chaos is their control, and false flags is their weapon, quote unquote. And, you know, but because I use the terms against Syria and other nations, that was, you know, flag taken down for that, you know, and it's like, so, you know, I'm just redoing it, you know. It's like, okay, well, maybe I just didn't say enough motherfucking shit against these goddamn Edomites, so I just let the Bible speak. Because this is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that differs with everything that we've been taught, you know, because we've been taught that, oh, Jesus is loved, you know, that, you know, you have to love everybody, you know. No, man. There are people that he hates, he does not like. He'll never like the Edomites. He's never liked Esau. And so, I'm just going to read out of Jeremiah chapter 49 and get into chapter 50, you know, because it talks about this place, Babylon the Great, America. So, I'll just start here in chapter 49. Concerning the Edomites, thus saith Yahweh, hath Israel no sense? Hath he no hair? When then doth their king inherit GAD, and his people dwell in his cities, which is the foundation of this piece of shit America? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will cause an alarm to be heard in Rabbah of the Edomites. It shall be a desolate heap. Her daughters shall be burned with fire, then shall Israel be hair unto them that were his hairs, saith Yahweh. And then now I'm going to read out 50. So, let's get into chapter 50. The word that Yahweh spoke against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldees by Jeremiah the prophet. And it's talking about this future Babylon, America. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard, publish, and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Medarach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Especially this Cesare Borgia image is being broken to pieces right before your very eyes, because we the prophets are going out in the streets declaring this word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, showing you what his true biblical image is, that it does not match Cesare Borgia, that Cesare Borgia is a devil. As Apostle Tahar will tell you, double demon. Cesare Borgia, Jesus Christ, it's not the biblical image, nor is that his name, because J was never in the Hebrew. For out of the north there shall come up a nation against her, which I was talking about Russia, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell in them. That is, when these 200 million nuclear missiles hit this place and destroy Babylon the Great forever. In the days and in the time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord, Yahweh, their God. And that's what's happening now. You know, Judah and the northern kingdom, Israel, also known as Ephraim, are coming together. You know, you see all the 12 tribes coming together, which includes the confusion of faith that be among us. You know, that look like the other nations, but go back to being an Israelite. Their fathers go back to being an Israelite. You know, And so we know that, this is happening now. And it's hurting Esau. It's hurting their program. Because even, back then, going into Iraq again, people were speaking up. It actually had news coverage, People were detesting that fucking war, It's like, these weapons of mass destruction, that's a false narrative. Just like they're doing in Syria. So what's been said against, and that's how I appealed it. I said, look, people spoke up against that war in Iraq and said more against the war in Iraq, which is the same thing in Syria. That was my appeal to it, Verse 6, chapter 50. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. And that is, these 501c3 churches run by Edomites, stretch Christianity. They have turned them away from the mountains. They have gone from mountains to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Because, they're calling him Jesus and God, but they're not calling him by his true name, which we, teach in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, going back to our Hebrew roots. So, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, which is what America is, and as the he-goats before the flocks. And there's a lot of he-goats there, these pastors, and all that. And really all they're doing is leading our people astray. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, which is America, an assembly of great nations from the north country, which is Russia and its allies, from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall be taken their arrows, which is talking about the nuclear missiles, shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So in other words, these missiles are going to hit their target. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because you were glad, because you rejoice, O you destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as a heifer at grass, as bellow as bulls. And that's what you did when you built this place, America. It was built on the backs of the enslaved, and still is today. Slave labor. People are working more and more and getting less and less because Esau is greedy. Now, you have the greedy 1% and you have 99%ers. So we know that it's talking about America, And so this truth is hurting Esau. And, they eventually, you won't see these videos. So I say download, reshare, retitle, do whatever, which I would tell you that anyways. And that's what we do here. That's what we do here at Great Millstone, is we reshare other brothers, we edify each other, and I have 2 channels, Confused of Face Reading and in Revelation times where I do that. But I always tell people to re-download and reshare, retitle, do whatever. Spread this out like wildfire because it's hurting Esau, And if you want to make a response video to mine, go ahead, Because this is what's hurting Esau. This is our testimony against Esau, For they have done everything to us, to hurt us, to break us as a nation. But we're coming back, man. The northern kingdom and southern kingdom are united together to come against Esau, the so-called white man, And so, like everything else, though, they, have upped the price of the book, who is Esau Edom, as well as other books which are written by Edomite scholars that expose who Esau Edom is, and that's, because hate speech means that you just don't like something. You don't like a certain person, a certain party. You don't like what's going on. Who the fuck likes what's going on anyways? Only the greedy 1%. The Zionists who call themselves Jews like what's going on. Because you could even talk to the so-called average Edomites, and they'll tell you they don't like these wars, that they don't think the war is profitable. But they'll send their sons and daughters to fight for these bastards and whores, which are the Amalekites. But a lot of the Edomites, they don't even like the Amalekites. They know that this thing is fucked. They know that the elections are rigged. They know that, You know, you can't get anywhere in this fucking life. You owe more and more money. You're in debt all the time. That's another main reason that they're after Syria, because Syria doesn't own any debt. Syria is a sovereign nation, doesn't have any debts, doesn't have a Rothschild bank, doesn't grow GMO crops. Bashar al-Assad outlawed crops, you know, GMO crops, because it hurts. And look what they fucking did to Iraq. GMOs are in there. That fucking country is destroyed and owes debt because piece of shit America, Idumea, took it over. And again, you know, that, you know, country would still be prosperous if Saddam Hussein had remained in power. Same thing with Libya, you know. So, you know, we're exposing all that. And it ain't just a Great Millstone. Oh, it's Edomites that are exposing the war, false war on Libya, Iraq, Syria, Korea. You know, that's another one that they're trying to, that if they could, they would take down Korea, but they know one thing for sure. Korea has fucking nukes and is not afraid to fucking use them. And Kim Jong-un said it himself, that if I didn't have these things, I would have been taken out, just like what's going on in Syria, Iraq, and Libya. So he's not stupid, you know. All these countries are arrayed together with the North country, which is Russia, Magog, and they're looking to Russia as the protector. So we see that this being the year of prophecy, that all these things are falling into place. There ain't a damn thing Esau, Edom can do. You know, so they can flag your videos, they can take them down if they want to. But the truth's going to come out anyways. These prophecies are coming to pass. And what's the bigger ones to happen? The war to break out, which we know it is. And then, of course, the mark of the beast, the RFID implant. You know, we tell our people, if you shall take that, you're going to suffer the second death, which is the 200 million nuclear missiles, and then the fire that comes from the mothership, which is the chariots, comes from the Most High himself, because he will not greet thee as a man. No, he's coming with a vengeance to destroy Esau, Edom forever. And that, they can count on this. That is when things will take place. And there ain't a damn thing they can do about it. So, you know, let's prophesy that. Let's be happy about that. But most of all, though, we're going to endure even more hard times where you won't see us out on the streets. So, you know, enjoy this grace period where you can get to a camp and endure sound doctrine, because eventually these videos won't be up anymore. You won't have the correct breakdown anymore. You know, so get fed while you can, and like everything else, though, you know, let's get sealed so we can get the fuck out of here. Barakatah to all you that are out there, and shalom. And I hope this has been edifying.